holiday order today by stopping in-store or calling your nearest Blue Ember Smokehouse. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Get smoked.
KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Some of you'll be mad and sad, but do what we need you to do.
ESPN 95.3.
Now, let's see if we can't figure out what you are, my little friend. And where you come from.
I saw part of the message.
I seem to have found it.
Mr. Chicken Man, years ago you saved the greatest natural resource in our region, Arkansas basketball. Now the people of Arkansas beg you to return, to help us in our struggle against mediocrity. I regret that I cannot deliver this message in person, for the season has already fallen apart, and the boosters are restless. Our hopes to bring championships back to Fayetteville have failed. I have placed information vital to the survival of Razorback football into the memory systems of this R2 unit. Master Calipari will know how to retrieve it. You must see that this droid is safely delivered to him before next Saturday. This is our most desperate hour. Help us, Mr. Chicken Man. You are our only hope.
Live from the Busch Light Studios with Ty Richardson.
The deterioration of my brain is happening quicker than I want it to.
And Tommy Kraft.
I'm not going to do any worse than Ty Richardson. I haven't found anyone better yet.
And produced by Colton Little. This is The Morning Rush.
I think you could do worse. You could do a lot better, but you could definitely do worse.
Yeah.
I think at least.
Take that principle and apply it to your coaching search.
Yeah. Hey, happy Football Friday, brought to you by QC Kinetics. That's a great open Colton put together.
Help
this
us,
morning.
Mr. Chicken Man.
Yeah. I was thinking about this last night. Watched the Star Wars clip and Leia, Episode 4, A New Hope. And I thought to myself, Arkansas, of course, is in need of help. Finding the new coach, acquiring money to get that coach here, assistant coaches, NIL, and everything else. John Tyson obviously did something really significant for the basketball program. And listen, you see things on message boards or various other spots, and you wonder if he's going to get involved in the football too. We've seen Cody Campbell at Texas Tech just saying, you know what, I'm going to do whatever possible to get the Red Raiders to the national championship. They got a big one against BYU this weekend. Phil Knight basically said, before I die, I want to see a championship. And he's doing everything he can in Eugene, Oregon to make that happen. The connection with Tyson and John Calipari, we know about that. And now I wonder whether it's him, Warren Stevens, Jerry Jones, or just a big collection of them. Do they feel like, you know what, and I don't mean to be morbid, but before I die, before I leave this earth, do I want to do whatever I can from a fiscal standpoint to help my program get back to where I want it to be?
Can't take it with you. Can't take it with you.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's where we begin this morning.
It's a Football Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics. You know, Veterans Day is coming up, and QC Kinetics is honoring the veterans and doing something really cool for our heroes. Veterans will get $500 off their treatment, and for every non-veteran who starts care at QC Kinetics, they'll donate $500 to the Wounded Warriors Project. It's a great time to book your free consultation with QC Kinetics. If you're suffering every day with joint pain that's nagging and won't go away, and your orthopedic or your doctor said surgery and these prescriptions we can write you are the only way to do it, well, there's a better way with no long recovery for your body, with no surgery, no pain pills, and you can get back to living life again. Call our friends at QC Kinetics, 479-999-1234. 999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
BE in Clarksville really liked the open this morning. They pulled through
too.
together. Lewis Automotive Group hotline open, 877-377-6963. Got some basketball stuff we're going to get into. Darius Acuff heading back home around Detroit. I know he's excited to play in front of his family this weekend. Battle of two Hall of Famers with Izzo and Cal. Want to talk about him and Malik Thomas specifically, plus some coaching news and whatnot. But do you think is that a conversation, back to the football, back to Tyson or Jerry or anything else? Do you think that's something they've contemplated when they've seen the like? And Cody Campbell's far less old less old than the likes of Phil Knight and some of the guys that I just listed out. But do you think that's entered their minds when it comes to this coaching search? And you've talked about how vital it is leading into this next TV contract in 2030. You think that's something they've thought about at all?
Oh, I mean, when I was at dinner with Jerry and John Tyson the other night, Jerry Jones, we were having a big time. It didn't come up in conversation.
At Herman's, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing they weren't thinking about that. But these are people that are busy. They got Fortune 500 companies or billion-dollar stadiums and multi-billion-dollar teams they're running. I don't know how much time someone like Jerry Jones or John Tyson has to sit around and contemplate a legacy, and is this something that they want to do? So I don't know how to answer that question. I would like for them to get involved, and I think there's some limits to what Jerry Jones can do as an owner of an NFL team and where what he can do. I know he can give to the foundation. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to all of us paupers out here that you got so many billionaires in Northwest Arkansas, so many people that could swing things financially. All the possibilities, all the ingredients are there. They just need to come together in Benton and Washington County that could make the kind of differences you're talking about at Oregon and Texas Tech and other places. The people that can do it are here. You just got to figure out how to lead those horses to water, how to make them want to get in the mix.
And all agree on that one coach, which it seems like
you've got the right people up there. One person could do it. Mm-hmm. You just hadn't led them to the conviction that that's what they want to do yet.
I find it interesting what's going on in Madison, Wisconsin right now, who I think is a similar program to Arkansas. They are keeping Luke Fickell, it looks like. Now, that could change at the end of the season, but as of now, it looks like he's staying on into next year. They could very well fire him next season and go through a coaching cycle and a coaching change and look who their next head coach is going to be. I would not call myself pro Petrino by any stretch of the imagination, but as these jobs continue to pop open that are just clearly better than the one here in Fayetteville, I do wonder if you take a quote-unquote flyer on Petrino for a year or two, and if you don't like the results, quick trigger, and then you go for someone else in a less populated coaching cycle.
Brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group. 479-587-3300 is their number. If you need ready-mix concrete, you're pouring a driveway, sidewalks, big foundation, footings for a house that's getting ready to come out of the ground, they can help you with all of the materials you need, from rock, sand, gravel, asphalt, and, of course, ready-mix concrete is their specialty. 479-587-3300. 587-3300 for APAC and Standard Materials Group.
Ludicrous take, or is there potential to that?
I don't think it's ludicrous. I've kind of been pounding that same message for a while now, haven't I? Don't do worse than Bobby Petrino. If you hire someone else, he better be notably better. And, this offense, while not perfect, is a world better than where it's been over the last 5 or 6 or 7 years. I don't know that you take a step forward without Taylor Green next year. We just don't know that. But you could do a lot worse than who you've got running your offense and, at least temporarily running your team right now. That's what I fear is doing worse.
Before we change gears and shift to basketball, I do wonder, though, the number of coaching changes that we eventually have and what that stacks up in history-wise. I don't know if anyone's ever cataloged it before, Tommy.
What's 6 in 20 years?
No, not Arkansas. I'm talking about overall in college football.
Oh.
I'm talking about the number of coaching changes that we see. We didn't see a single one in the SEC last year, and you're already going to have at least 4 this year, but not just the SEC. When you compile all the numbers, all the data, it's already in the double digits. Some, like Kent State's, filled their role with an interim guy or whatever. But by the time it's all said and done with this coaching cycle, is it going to be the most that we've had?
It's got to be.
At least it feels. It feels like
certainly
that.
is. It's certainly got to be for the SEC, right? And we're not done yet, because I think there's going to be some that are in jobs take other open jobs.
Drink, Kiffin, guys that are at least popular names right now, names that you don't necessarily expect to move on or anything, or something. I heard Josh Pate talking about this earlier this week, that watch out for Lincoln Riley at USC. That doesn't necessarily mean he's leaving Pasadena, but that's not even someone I had contemplating leaving his current home. So there's a lot of going on right now in Arkansas, of course, right in the thick of it. Basketball game this weekend, Michigan State and Arkansas, number 22 versus number 14, 2 Hall of Famers. I know there's been a lot of people that have hyped up Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas, and deservedly so. They've looked really, really good in these first 3 games. And that's what I want to get into here in our opening drive.
Acuff to Thomas, open 3 from the corner, and it's good. Thomas drives, Acuff's open in the corner, 3-ball good.
I think in order for Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas to be in a situation to start getting mentioned in the class of the top freshmen in college basketball, which based on their production, they should be, Arkansas has to win this game Saturday night at Michigan State.
This is the opening drive.
All right, here at John Rothstein there, and I've seen a couple of not bulletins, whatever they're called. They shoot out the Tom. What are they? News? Not news. When you're on the different watch lists. What's that called? When they shoot it out.
A press release?
Yeah, press release. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Press releases this week talking about Darius being on this list, Malik being on this list, and you're going to see a bunch of those pop up. I'm going to guess that they're going to be semifinalists for some of these awards and maybe finalists as well. John was talking about that you impact this game, you get more notoriety, and of course you want to see them beat Michigan State. But where do they rank with like recent freshmen by the end, in your opinion? Now, I don't want to talk about Corliss. I don't want to talk about either the first set of triplets or the second set, because that's Final Four, that's national champion. It's frankly just unfair. But when you think about recent, I'm going to list some players, and I want you to tell me if you think Darius and Malik are going to be better than these guys here at Arkansas, based on what you've seen.
Okay.
Anthony Black, who went top 10 overall. I'm going to just start strong.
I mean, we're guessing here. But yes, better.
You think better? Moses Moody, Elite Eight, freshman year.
Better because he was injured.
Boogie.
Better.
Bobby Portis.
I don't see. Same?
BJ.
Different. I mean, that's hard to compare because we're talking guards to inside play.
BJ Young.
Better.
Daniel Gafford.
Difference there. I mean, he was.
You don't want to judge front court players.
He was a 5, but he ran the floor better than anyone I've ever seen at that size.
Ronnie's a wing, but Ronnie Brewer, Jr. I should clarify.
Same.
Pat Bev.
Oh, now we're going back a ways. Probably not as good a trash talker as Pat Bev. Patrick Beverly could talk some trash now.
ISO Joe.
Not as good.
Okay. So the only one that you said not as good is
we're guessing
Joe Johnson.
Here, you know. Here's what we're going to find out this weekend. Is Cincinnati and Memphis any good? That's part of what we're going to find out when we see this team take on Michigan State, who's ranked 22nd. Arkansas's 14th. There's a lot of chatter that Arkansas is underranked at this point. I think some of those questions you ask we'll have more answers to once we get through this game. Arkansas has not faced, I don't believe, an elite backcourt yet, and let's see how they can defend an older, more experienced backcourt when we get to those points in the schedule. This will be I think, a greater test for these freshmen at this point.
Yeah, and Memphis again got clocked by Auburn that next exhibition game. So it's an exhibition game. I don't know how good Memphis is or Cincinnati. I know Wes Miller. There were questions about if he was going to make it with his job there in Bearcat Nation. But I think
all those guys you listed, great players, went on to most of them have great careers beyond Arkansas. I think those guys could fit in that list, but we're one official game into the season and a couple exhibition games. The answer is we really don't know yet. But that's we got to talk about it today. So could they fit well in that list? Absolutely.
And again, I didn't want to bring up the triplets and Corliss because I just think that's an unfair comparison to even get into based on their track record, the time spent year. You're going to have 1 year. Some of those guys that I just listed out were 1 year, 2 year players. Or in fact,
I think every one of them played in the NBA. Yeah. So, that's pretty good there. All right, that's your opening drive this morning. It is brought to you by our friends at Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. You want to spruce up your existing home or start from the ground up? Either way, check with Farm Credit of Western Arkansas first before you get started and find out why for more than 100 years. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has helped local families like yours make their dream home come true. Visit myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com, or stop by any of their 25 locations today.
Kind of wonder where Arkansas would be in this game leading into tomorrow night. Razorbacks, just kind of depending on where you look, is like a 1.5-point dog heading to take on the Spartans tomorrow night. They're plus 105 on the Bet Saracen app right now if you just want to take them straight money line. Kind of, so we're bringing in Brandon from the fence, man. Didn't expect them to be favored on the road, kind of just real close, and I'm going to guess that line is going to come out again later today and be right around there.
Yeah. That's what I've seen it as, 1.5 right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be one of the games we pick. Are you ready to get in our Fence Man Friday picks, buddy?
Yeah, let's talk about some football, guys.
Football. We
Yeah.
got no Arkansas this weekend, but we do have a basketball game tomorrow night. Let's get into it. They are 3-point underdogs, Tommy, heading to Austin.
Vanderbilt wins the game in Austin.
I'm taking Vandy.
Have Vandy winning in Texas.
Tommy, Georgia's only a 7-point favorite in Jacksonville.
Georgia wins the game going away.
I got Georgia winning this game pretty emphatically.
Georgia by 2 touchdowns.
Tommy, Tennessee is a 2.5-point favorite at home under the lights tomorrow night.
I'll take Tennessee and give the points away.
Yeah, I like Tennessee as well.
I'm crazy, but I think OU wins.
The Rebels, 13-point favorites.
Ole Miss, please.
I've got Ole Miss winning this game by at least 14 or more.
I got Ole Miss winning by the spread.
Razorbacks are favored by 5.
I'll take State in those 5 points.
I'm going to go ahead and pick the Hogs.
I'm going to pick Mississippi State to cover as well. All right, so Vandy.
It could have been more wrong on those first 3.
Yeah,
nothing we said was right.
They pushed, so technically we at least got a push out of that. Georgia, man, they just kind of limped away with the victory after that Florida game. OU, Brandon, good pick. Yeah. John Mateer company going to get a road win. Ole Miss did enough second half, won, I think, 31-14, and then, of course, Mississippi State covers and wins, gets their first SEC victory of the season. All right, guys, we're going to start with the ranked game. The only ranked game in the Southeastern Conference this weekend features the Texas A&M Aggies. Marcel Reed and company still undefeated, taking on the backup quarterback in Columbia and the Missouri Tigers in this one. A&M had this up, and then I knocked it back down. A&M is a favorite. Give me 1 sec. Tommy, who do you got in this one?
Well, to give me the points. I like A&M to win the game, and I need to know if we're picking against the spread.
Had this up. Where did it go? All right, they are 7-point favorites.
Ooh. Road favorite. I'm going to take a chance here and take A&M. Don't let me down, Aggies.
All right, I picked against A&M a couple weeks ago. Boss's wife is A&M alone.
Mm-hmm.
Picked it completely wrong. I think they win by 6-7 points this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Missouri covers, but A&M ultimately wins. I think that Marcel Reed and company continue to get through the season unscathed. Georgia gets Mississippi State. Again, Bulldogs coming off their first SEC win of the season. Another road favorite. Bulldogs head in there, Tommy, have 9 points. So they are 9-point favorites against the Bulldogs. Who do you like in this one? You got 2 Bulldogs.
Mississippi State and the points, please.
They played, Texas and
Then Starkville, tough place to play.
They lost to Florida close on the road.
Georgia's won, but it's been close most times.
I'm going to take Mississippi State to cover as well, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mississippi State to cover the spread, but Georgia to get that.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that.
Got a couple interim coaches. We'll start with DJ Durkin taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores. Auburn comes in that game as a 6.5-point underdog, Tommy.
I'll take Auburn.
I think Pavia and company win by a touchdown. Even as good as that Auburn defense has been this year, I'm going to say Diego and company win this game by a touchdown. So I'll take Vandy.
Yeah,
I'll take Vandy in the points.
Alabama is a 10-point favorite at home against LSU. Tommy, you and I were talking about it before the show. This is a game that usually executives, TV, really excited about. Still going to be, I think, a closer game than people think. Alabama is a 10-point favorite in this one.
Well, you just don't know how LSU's going to respond after all that's happened. Had a bye week to digest it. 10's a lot. I'll take LSU in the points.
I like LSU to cover as well. I think Bama, too talented, ultimately wins. Would love for them to get just absolutely obliterated. Talking about LSU this weekend, but I think they play inspired, but it's still not enough. Bama rolls at the end.
Right. I think Bama wins and LSU covers the points.
All right, the Arkansas Razorbacks again. East Lansing tomorrow night. Breslin Center. We'll say the line's 1.5 in favor of Michigan State, Tommy. Do Malik Thomas, Darius Acuff, and the rest of the guys get their first road ranked victory.
So you're telling me I can take them Razorbacks and get a 1.5? Is that what you're telling me? I'll take them Hogs.
Cal's teams always start slow. You could say the same about Izzo. This game's on the road. You can't give those guys enough credit for what they've done in these exhibition games, the first official game. I think they go through some woes tonight. I got Michigan State, or tomorrow night.
I think the Hogs put the country on notice this weekend.
Be nice. People were, I don't know if slighted's the right word, but Rothstein's been high on them. I like where they're at, Tommy. You'd rather them be there than like preseason number one, a bunch of first-team All-SECs, but they didn't even have anyone on the second team in the coaches or the media poll. So that is something that I think the players are, whether they want to admit it publicly or not, that's a little chip on their shoulder heading into this game tomorrow night and the rest of the season. So they could be, again, trying to put people on notice.
I think we're pretty deep, too. I think we got a lot of talent around the team.
Yeah. All right, that's your Fence Man Friday picks. Brandon, I know y'all have had a busy week, and I know we're getting into the end of fall and winter will soon be here, but that doesn't mean a great quality fence can't still be put up your home or business and get that quote here well before Thanksgiving.
That's right. We work throughout the winter too.
Yeah,
guys are not afraid of work.
Tell me more about this aluminum fencing. The thing that interests me, if I was going to replace my fence, I'd really have to look at this hard. It might be a little bit more than wood, but will never rot. The fade on the color is going to be there, and you can get kind of more or less a custom color to fit the trim on your house or anything else.
That's true. It's a lot more low maintenance and looks really nice out in front.
I bet once you even had it for a while, pressure wash that thing up and look brand new again.
Yeah.
So, all right, find out about aluminum fencing. You do the vinyl fencing, of course, wood privacy. Yes. I mean, if someone just needs a simple chain link fence, 4 or 5 foot high or whatever.
We love our local customers around the River Valley area. And
fence repairs. That's the other thing. Inevitably, a gate's going to sag or whatever. Y'all can fix those as well. Powered automatic gates, big industrial jobs. There's really no job too big or small for the fence man. Give us the number.
782-3936.
782-3936, or go to their website, thefencemanar.com. Pictures, a lot of Brandon and the team's work is right there as well. Thefencemanar.com. Yes, man, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, you too. You guys have a good day.
All right, the Brandon with the Fence Man with us here on a Fence Man Friday here on the Morning Rush on a Football Friday, brought to you by QC Kinetics. Hey, LureNet.com is the place to load up your tackle box. You can find all your favorite brands like Rebel Yum, Booyah, and more. Any order over $35 in the U.S. gets free shipping as well. That's LureNet.com, Arkansas's own Pradco LureNet.com. Your hog update is on the way. We'll do that next. We'll get into the Morning Rush Daily Question, all straight ahead here on the Morning Rush on a Football Friday.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-488-2594. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-488-2594. That's 800-488-2594.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
You always make my drive time more fun.
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
The season of giving is here. This is Colton Little with ESPN Arkansas, and we're partnering with C2 Supply in Poto, Oklahoma, and we want you to join us for a special cause. Come by Poto Chamber of Commerce this Friday, November 7th from 11:30 to 1:30 for C2 Supply's drive-through fundraiser for the Poto Community Holiday Dinners. Lunch will be served starting at 11:30, and as you go through, cash donations will help provide Thanksgiving and Christmas meals for all local families in need. So drive through and grab lunch, then give from the heart. Together, let's make sure everyone has a place and a meal at the table this holiday season. ESPN Arkansas and C2 Supply, making a difference this holiday season with your heart of giving.
Get ready, Fort Smith. Hometown Market Days is coming to the Fort Smith Convention Center November 7th and 8th. Come shop and find all your Christmas must-haves, from trendy boutique to handmade gifts, vintage treasures, sweet treats, and more. Doors open each day at 10 a.m., and the first 25 shoppers score amazing swag bags. Bring all your friends and family and your honey. It's shopping time and holiday vibes at Hometown Market Days. See you November 7th and 8th.
Hungry for steak? TGI Fridays in Fort Smith is serving up the best hand-cut 14-ounce ribeyes, tender 8-ounce bacon wrap fillets, and massive loaded baked potatoes. It's the new steakhouse menu at TGI Fridays. And for football nights, Monday and Thursday, it's wings for just 50 cents each, all day long. Boneless or traditional with a 10-piece minimum. Bring the team, bring the fans. Big groups are welcome, and we're open till midnight on Friday and Saturday. TGI Fridays, steaks, wings, football, it's all here at TGI Fridays at 540 and Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
It's always good to be home for the holidays. So if you are currently looking for a different rental, or you're new to the area and looking for your first rental in the River Valley, Marshall's Management has you covered. Apartments, duplexes, and single-family homes are all part of Marshall's rental inventory. And currently, Marshall's is offering holiday specials with big discounts on first month's rent and signing gifts to help you enjoy the holidays in your new home. Check out availability at marshallsrentals.com and get your unit picked out before they're all gone.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Right now, someone in a Hardee's kitchen is about to warm up your winter with the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Charbroiled 100% Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American cheese melting on our soft, buttery sourdough. And our new grilled cheese breakfast sandwich with sausage or bacon and a fried egg. Cozy up to the goodness of the new grilled cheese bacon burger and breakfast sandwich. For a limited time, only at Hardee's. Cinnamon Raisin Biscuits are back. Unwrap them while you can. Only for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those. This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, Woo Victory. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
I think Alex Golesh makes a ton of sense to be the next guy at Arkansas. The reason why, you hire someone right now at that job, you hire someone who knows how to do a remodel, who knows, knock the whole thing down to its studs and build it back up, but you do have to be familiar with, this is what winning football looks like. We're this far away. We got to adjust these things. I can do that. I can fix that. Like that meme that was popular so long ago. I need to have someone that knows how to do that. And Alex Golesh, what he did at USF, it hasn't been the epitome of winning national championships necessarily at USF, obviously, which would be a feat in itself, winning conference championships. But USF, before he got there, the 4 years before he got there, 8-37, 2 wins a year before Golesh got there.
7-2 now on the season as they take down UTSA last night pretty handily. He had a little bit of a rant on Jeff Traylor as well. That's a name, Tommy, I know is popular because of his wife's roots in the River Valley. I don't know how many people would know the name Alex Golesh if it wasn't for that connection. But that seems to be someone that Arkansas fans are way more interested in the last month than maybe they have been prior to.
I mean, beating Florida, put him
put him on the map and for this year in this coaching search cycle. That's a notable win. So, yeah, I mean, it's he's battling it out. He's in the mix, I guess, for a playoff spot. But I just keep coming back to these young coaches at these Group of 5 schools. Look at Arkansas as, hey, I can go in there and turn that around, and I can make the success I found here work at the SEC level. Or do they say, ooh, Arkansas, man, if it doesn't go well in the first 3 or 4 years, I could be back to being a coordinator, and it could kill my head coaching career. How does that individual, how would Alex Golish or all this AI internet rumor stuff with Silverfield that's been going around the last 18 hours or so, how do the coaches at that level view this job?
Yeah, you bring up the Silverfield, Kalshi, is that how you say it, Colton? Kalshi, which is that like trade?
Yeah, I think it's Kalshi or Kalshi, one of those two. I've never heard of it before.
Silverfield is the highest on that list at 24%. Malzahn's at 20%. John Summerall's at 19%, and then Bobby Petrino's at 19 as well.
There's some spoof graphics even that he's had a team meeting, he's leaving the team. I mean, come on, guys, don't get put in the live well on that.
Ryan and Prairie.
Yeah, we've had texts this morning. They're having team meetings. No one's leaving their team with 3 or 4 games left. All right, that's not how these things will work. I would be shocked. That would be so far out of the norm.
Yeah,
I mean, some of these things that people are. I mean, with AI now, you can create things that look so real. I get it. We've been spoofed before. What did you call it? It's sentineled or wherever you
Centelled.
Centelled. I mean, it can happen. It can happen.
You read,
but be very careful with this stuff right now.
Colton's had to correct both of us. You read something that was false. I don't know, a week or so ago, and then like 3 weeks
it was
ago.
After LSU had dismissed Brian Kelly.
It was about Harold Perkins.
Perkins will sit out the rest of the year. Which, you know what? That's not a far-fetched thought.
That's how they get you. It's almost believable.
It's almost yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Zach and Greenwood texting in on this says keep forgetting to mention that Cody Burns is an assistant head coach at South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Former Fort Smith Northside Grizzly. Wish he would have gone to Arkansas rather than Auburn. But so there's that connection there as well. People are just trying to find any connection possible. I listened to Rhett did you hear Rhett Lashley talk about the Arkansas job yesterday? You heard this audio?
I have not.
Here's what he said.
Arkansas is my home. It's where I went to school. I love that place. I want nothing but the best for it. And at times, a lot of times in my life, I'd love to be the person who tries to go help restore that place. I think we were only 2-2, and the Arkansas job comes open, and our administration was just very proactive. They just like, look, we want you here. We want this to be the vision you have, the vision we have. We want this to continue. And really, when my wife and I sat back and talked about it, my boys are 9th graders, so shoot, they're 9th graders. They're 15 years old, and they've lived in 10 different homes.
He talks about just wanting to stay put. They signed that extension, but he did have...
Yeah, and I don't know. People keep bringing his name up and keeping it like it's active, and he just signed a contract extension. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe I'm naive, but to me, that eliminates him.
I think so, too. Kind of like Rule in Penn State. Yeah. All right, that is your Hog Update this morning, brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
Just never know when dealing with these contracts, right, Tommy?
Yeah, I mean, but when you sign that extension, to me, that just takes you right out of the mix. Yeah. So.
Well, I'll tell you who's always in the mix when it comes to looking at new vehicles is our buddy Larry Rath with Rath Auto Resources and Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Larry, I know last month there was state sales tax paid toward the end, and as we get ready for the holidays, you, David, the teams decided to extend it. So when you do sign that contract, it's going to take a little relief from people that are looking at vehicles right now.
Absolutely. And, if you're buying a car right now, you're having to think about that like right at Christmas time. Well, who wants to mess with that? So right now, we're just taking care of that for you. State sales tax paid when you trade. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Got some other really terrific things going on, too, with the new Mitsubishi lineup. 0% for 60 months, rebates up to $3,500 on the 25 Outlander. Folks, if that car's not on your list, you need to test drive that before you buy anything else. You can save thousands of dollars plus these terrific incentives. And right now, on a brand new Mitsubishi, get your state sales tax paid when you trade. So lots of terrific things going on. It's going to be a great weekend. We hope you'll all come out and see us. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Check us out online, rathauto.com.
Have we started to look what we're going to make for Thanksgiving yet? We were talking about the apple pie macaroni and cheese that Kraft came out with yesterday. Larry, have we started to look into that at all yet?
I'm going to make myself available. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Okay. Well, that's
then whatever they put in front of me, I'm going to take care of it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Again, state sales tax paid when you trade, both locations, the Mitsubishis and the Road Ready certified vehicles. Larry, as always, man, good stuff, and have a great weekend here in November.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. Folks, come and see us.
Football Friday here on the Morning Rush. Another big weekend of college football. It's all brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative care, using natural healing factors from your body to restore and repair damaged tissue. See them here in Northwest Arkansas, 479-999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
That makes sense?
Yeah, yes. Took a sec, but yes.
This is the Morning Rush.
At Wave Rural Connect, our mission is to improve the quality of life in our communities. Across the River Valley of Arkansas and Oklahoma, residents and businesses are experiencing the difference of our high-speed internet. Wave Rural Connect Internet provides a reliable residential connection for streaming, gaming, remote work, and homeschooling. Our business solutions provide the speed, stability, and security that you need, whether you're a mom-and-pop flower shop or large business. Check availability online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the Road Ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Dental emergencies do not wait, and neither should you. At Valley Urgent Dental, they're here for you on the weekends, whether it's a broken tooth, a painful infection, or a crown that's come loose. Dr. Kendall Roberts and Dr. Doug Terry are ready to help. Why wait till Monday? Call 479-235-5655 now. Valley Urgent Dental is located at 5505 Uper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Valley Urgent Dental, emergency dental care when you need it most.
It's football season, and that means tailgate parties and gathering with friends. River Point Wine and Spirits has all your favorite party supplies. You'll love our clean, organized store full of all the best liquor, wine, and beer. At River Point, we're a family-owned business where customer service is always our priority. Your journey, our spirit. River Point Wine and Spirits, Grand Avenue and I-540.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Kristen's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
What does a win tomorrow night in East Lansing? I don't know. I don't even think the word prove at this point, but what does it validate about this basketball team if you go win at East Lansing? I don't think you can prove anything in November with a basketball team, but what can it validate at this point? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question, brought to you by CartPass Social. Obviously, we're searching for anything with success right now around here.
Yeah.
And this basketball team has a chance to validate something we can all feel good about. A win tomorrow night, I think, would lift the spirits of our state. But what does it really mean if you go and win against Michigan State on their home court?
Well, I think it's a message to the rest of the SEC. Florida lost earlier this week to Arizona. St. John's plays Alabama tomorrow in Madison Square Garden, so it would be a big win for just the conference. But it kind of tells everyone that's like, hey, maybe we didn't seed or place Malik and Darius and the rest of his team in the right spot. Now, we've seen teams have non-conference success here before in Fayetteville and not have good SEC success, which I don't think this team, I think they're going to be kind of in that top 5 range where they were originally projected. But I think it's not a shot across the bow, but it's a message like, hey, this team is not to be trifled with, especially if you win the first weekend of the year in East Lansing.
Yeah. I don't think anyone was looking past Arkansas or not taking John Calipari's team serious. So I don't know that anyone will sit up and say, oh, well, now we need to really pay attention to Arkansas. I think they were already doing that. I think what a win at East Lansing would do on the road this early, and particularly if you look well doing it and win convincingly, I think you make a lot of people's early season, a lot of talking media, early season Final Four list.
Well, you mentioned we need something to believe in, right? Football teams probably not going to win the rest of the way. They've lost 7 straight. You're looking for something to grab onto and be proud of right now. And you're hoping that this coaching search will play out where you can feel the same about whoever winds up as the next head coach at Arkansas. It would also tie the football team number of wins this year if you win on Saturday, which unfortunately is the case, and you'll surpass it as of next week or tie it next week when you play UCA on Tuesday night. I think it's just the belief aspect too. I mean, you're searching for something right now. And MLB's over. Unless you're a Dodgers fan, you probably weren't too happy. So that's kind of the pressure's on per se.
It may be a little early to tell this, but I think if you're able to go on the road early in the season to beat a really storied program, a very consistent program that's always, there in the last weekend in March, if you're able to do that early on in the season, I think that it proves that you're sort of cooking with the right ingredients. That Cal's coming in and he's got this system that he wants to do of bringing in talented freshmen, getting a couple of good, strong, experienced transfers, and that's going to be able to something that you can roll out and repeat, rinse, lather, and repeat every single year. I think this will be a good test to see whether or not this is a sustainable thing for Coach Cal. Maybe that's a little bit too out there in the future, but I do think that, you're not scheduling games against Michigan State and all these other marquee matchups that you're going to have if you don't think your team has a shot to not only compete, but win.
Yeah. The other thing, and this won't be the rowdiest crowd you'll play in front of by any stretch tomorrow night, I don't believe, and I think I'll be right on that. You're also going to find out how these freshmen can perform on the road. It's the first chance to. You saw a little bit in Memphis, but that was a split crowd to a great degree. Now it's first kind of real road environment. So how do they mentally perform? Does the defense travel? So those are some things I'm looking to validate. This is a good measuring stick, a quality measuring stick with Michigan State. I think there's several things we can take out of it.
Well, and also want to add this in. This will be, again, I know we had a caller yesterday talk about Darius Malik, EYBL. They played in some environments. This will be the crazy one they played in to this point. Like you said, not the one they play all year. That might be in Gainesville or when they go to Auburn or something like that. But how those two handle themselves. Michigan State's 3-6 in football. They've got a bye week this weekend. So all that campus is going to be in East Lansing for that game. So that will be the sole focus. They're kind of like us. Like we wish we had a better football team right now, but we've kind of moved on, unfortunately, to basketball season.
It won't be the toughest place you play all year, though.
No, where do you think it is?
Do we go to Auburn? Auburn's
you go to the Jungle.
Yeah, so go to Auburn. I'd say Auburn right now.
Yep. They even with Steven?
Well, good point. But it doesn't take many to fill that building up comparatively. 12, 13,000 people. It just gets loud in there.
Yeah.
So
and just again, reminder tomorrow.
Jumper.
Or after, I want to apologize.
Who's with Bill tomorrow?
Mike, text me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Hold on, just one sec. The Gus Johnson's doing the game of the day for the noon kickoff game. It is. I wasn't a guy I've ever heard of, to be honest. Brian Gaudin.
Okay.
You know who that is? Because
Nope.
I did. But when I saw the second name, Bill Raftery, I was like, let's go. I want to apologize to our audience. I did my darndest to try to get him on the show. I called him and I texted him because we've had him, we've interviewed him before. He's great. He's so fun in person. Apparently, he is just a riot to go out and drink with, but did not land that interview. So I apologize.
That's your Morning Rush Daily Question, brought to you by Cart Pass Social. Ty, the interview failure, tell us more.
Well, while I fail at that, I can tell you that Christian Olsen and Nate Garrett have built a successful facility with Cart Pass Social. I don't know why they partnered with a failure like me, but do my best to tell you about it. CartPassSocial.com. Birthday parties, corporate events, Christmas parties, they can do it. Just go to CartPassSocial.com, click on the events tab, and learn more. Christian and Nate can help you out. League play schedule is online. It's a BYOB establishment. Bring your food, bring your drink at Cart Pass Social. Don't have to wear golf attire. It's fun. You can call them at 479-487-3622 or go to CartPassSocial.com. It's also homecoming for Darius Acuff this weekend.
I can't wait to see everybody for sure. Before the games, of course, I'm gonna be excited to see them. But once the game gets started, I'm gonna forget that I'm even at home. So I'm just worried about the game, winning the game, leaving out of there with a win.
I forget Cole, you might remember the high school he played at. He won a state championship his sophomore year in the Detroit area, which for those that don't know, it's not far from East Lansing at all. So this will be fun for him, an opportunity to see some family, kind of like Boogie last year, DJ last year, going up to New York, Tommy, being that those guys from New Jersey, and it's easy for their family to get that. For Darius this weekend, it's something that I know he's going to cherish and really enjoy.
He'll be in the starting lineup, so he'll get that love on the introduction, and it's fun. I'm sure he's probably had a difficult time filling all the ticket requests from family.
Yeah, it's National Jersey Day today. I would get what's going to be the most popular jersey worn of this team this season. Is it TB, Darius, Malik? Is it DJ? What's everyone loves? I think the most likable player on the team is Billy. But what do you think? What jersey do you see the most of for Arkansas this year?
It probably won't be this year, but at some point it could be Sealy, just because he's the in-state kid.
He could be here a while,
Yeah.
just depending. He's not. I don't think he's a one-and-done prospect based on the fact that he's ninth on the rotation right now. But it would be cool to see him be here for a little bit,
Yeah.
especially since that doesn't happen a lot in college basketball. Thinking about this game this weekend, do you know anyone that's going?
No,
I don't
not a
either.
soul.
No. It would be an awesome atmosphere to experience at the Breslin Center, which is probably a top 15, top 20 atmosphere in all of college basketball. But whether it's this,
I think there's isn't there a nonstop from XNA to Detroit? I think it probably wouldn't be hard to get to if you'd planned it out.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because you haven't flown lately. When's the next time you're going to fly?
March.
Okay. So you're not going to Jersey, or New York for the game in December, you don't think?
I'd like to,
but just don't think. Well,
don't think so though.
The reduction with the flights and stuff. I wonder about it for this weekend. It's not going to affect the team, I don't think.
No, they're chartered.
But yeah, but for fans that are traveling to some of these games, flights are obviously Thanksgiving in 2 weeks, which is going to be a major holiday here in a couple weeks, and we know it's one of the biggest travel days of the year. I would think that there's going to be a lot of people that don't get from point A to point B, or it's thrown off and stuff just based on the government shutdown.
Well, I mean, it's been I tell you, and we were talking about officiating and things. There's going to be problems with announcers getting to games, referees getting to games, people that travel from one time zone to the next, or one end of the country to the next to get to ball games, riders, people that are in one city on a Tuesday night at a game and a Wednesday they're in a totally different town. And you'll see issues with that in sports too.
Well, the reason I kind of initially thought about it is when I saw that little headline, and then also there was apparently those broadcasters you're talking about, and I don't know if Bill's going to be on this list and his partner this weekend, but they've been flying commercial, which for us is what we do anytime we travel.
Right.
But they've restricted the private airfare apparently during the midst of all this, which I didn't know that was the thing when the government shut down, but that's apparently what's going on right now.
Well, hopefully they the guys in Washington get together and figure this out soon, because I mean, we're not missing paychecks as a result. I don't know anyone that is, but I don't have anyone close in my circle that works for the federal government. But no one asked for this outside of the halls of Congress. So I mean, let's get this fixed. But yeah, when it starts affecting people being able to travel, particularly here at the holidays, people are going to start screaming and raising hell a little bit more.
Do you get infatuated at all by the plane travel tracker, whether it's the Razorback Foundation plane or a Tyson plane or a JB Hunt or anything like that?
No, because we act like those people have no plants or operations. I mean, you don't know who. Listen, if Hunter Yurachek or somebody wants to go somewhere and not be tracked or found, they know how to do it.
Happen.
They know how to do it. So I think listen, jet fuel's too expensive to be wasting trying to throw a decoy out there. But don't think that hadn't happened in the past where they've fooled you on stuff. And your guess, just because someone's plane's going to a city doesn't mean they're necessarily the right people are on that plane.
They're not flying the plane with the Razorback logo on that thing either to go pick up and meet these head coaches and in secrecy. These are people's private planes. You will never find them. Plane trackers sitting at home, they're doing it to no avail.
That would be cool to be in a Southwest, Delta, American, pick your airline, whatever, and see another plane and there's just a big Razorback logo on the other plane. Did you see that in air? Never thought about that.
They're not flying out of the same airports we fly out of.
No, that is true. No, that is true. My middle.
They're going to the FBO.
Yeah,
we're going to the airport.
Well, my middle bonus sister Tommy, she had a reception in Drake Airfield, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I think you can go out there and have lunch and watch planes come and go and whatever. Hey, we're brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, licensed in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Jackie can help you whether it's a criminal matter, maybe you've been found on the made a mistake, you're on the wrong side of the law, or you've been charged and you shouldn't be. Jackie can help you navigate that and deal with the prosecuting and district attorneys and those people to make sure that you're treated fairly. You're going through a family law matter, maybe a business contract matter, and someone's wronged you, Jackie's there to help you, or you've been involved in a car accident as well. So Ty just told me it's National Love Your Lawyer Day. So show Jackie some love Call them at 479-769-1505 or go to mocklegalsolutions.com.
Let's talk more coaching search on the other side. I want to toss out a name that hasn't been mentioned enough next.
Listen up, crappie anglers. When it comes to crappie fishing, there's only one baby shad. The original baby shad, crappie fishing's #1 selling bait. Featuring a sleek back, streamlined belly, and quivering tail, that bait just won't stop moving, no matter the temps, no matter the conditions. Built for dead sticking and action-based techniques also, the original baby shad gets right to the point, catching slabs and filling freezers. Bobby Garland Crappie Baits, the leader in crappie fishing innovation.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the Morning Rush.
Contractors, you've got jobs to win and customers to impress. That's why you choose Luxair HVAC systems, built for performance, efficiency, and reliability. And at J&B Supply, we've had your back since 1968. We're a local family-owned distributor that treats our customers like family too, with the products, expertise, and service you need to get the job done right. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Rath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Freshen up your golf game at the Golf Nut. We've got the latest apparel and head covers from Pins and Aces, plus new shirts and shorts from Red Vanley. Ghost golf bags are here in Sunday bag, carry, and card 14 styles. Zero torque putters are the hottest thing on the greens. Check out our models from TaylorMade, Lab Golf, and Odyssey. For precision on every shot, we've got rangefinders from Blue Tees and Bushnell. Visit the Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith. Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out, sawyers-sunrooms.com.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Have you had Cheerwine yet? The cherry flavored soda has had people coming back since 1917.
This is RD with Platinum Distributing. We help bring Cheerwine to the River Valley for you to try. Nothing goes with food like Cheerwine. Burgers, barbecue, pizza, you name it. Okay, now we're hungry and thirsty. Cheerwine is a one-of-a-kind soft drink with a unique cherry taste that has been delighting Southerners for more than a century. Pick up Cheerwine at your local Jam Mart, Harps, and other fine establishments. Cheerwine, uniquely Southern since 1917.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. Outdoers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Mostly sunny sky today. A high this afternoon will be right around the middle 70s. Clear to partly cloudy sky tonight. And overnight low will drop down mid to upper 40s. Saturday, lots of sunshine, 70 to 75. And then Sunday, increasing sunshine, a high into the mid 40s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936.
KERX Paris Fort Smith.
At some point, you got to step in the ring. We'll lift the rope. You got to come in here.
ESPN 95.3.
Now, let's see if we can't figure out what you are, my little friend, and where you come from.
I saw part of the message.
I seem to have found it.
Mr. Chicken Man, years ago you saved the greatest natural resource in our region, Arkansas basketball. Now the people of Arkansas beg you to return, to help us in our struggle against mediocrity. I regret that I cannot deliver this message in person, for the season has already fallen apart, and the boosters are restless. Our hopes to bring championships back to Fayetteville have failed. I have placed information vital to the survival of Razorback football into the memory systems of this R2 unit. Master Calipari will know how to retrieve it. You must see that this droid is safely delivered to him before next Saturday. This is our most desperate hour. Help us, Mr. Chicken Man. You are our only hope.
Live from the Busch Light Studios. With Ty Richardson.
The deterioration of my brain is happening quicker than I want it to.
And Tommy Kraft.
I'm not going to do any worse than Ty Richardson. I haven't found anyone better yet.
And produced by Colton Little.
This is The Morning Rush.
John Sison, you're our only hope. Please help us from this awful stretch that we've had with Razorback football. Colton did a fantastic job on that open this morning. I want to give Colt 45 much of credit on that. He's off to Central Hydraulics for the next couple hours, hanging out with them over there. Big C with us next hour of the morning rush, but I think he did. That's
Big C got him a haircut a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I looked kind of scraggly there.
And then I saw, had some nice pictures you posted on social media. Clearly, you were told to get a haircut, weren't you?
Well,
it wasn't your choice.
In a nice way, but I needed one. It gave me a reason to get one, a immediate reason.
She just said, "Go get a haircut. I want you to look good for these pictures."
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Big C.
She picked the place and everything. I just went.
When's the last time you've taken family pictures?
Oh my God,
it's been a while.
Oh,
it's been
long
a while. So
my I don't. The females that live in my house are not big picture takers.
That's awesome. My gosh, that's incredible.
Not very many. They don't like group family photo. Now, TikTok's a different deal. Apparently, that's not a picture. We can do TikTok, but we can't do a family photo.
Well, just be happy your daughter wants to include you on these TikTok trends.
Every now and then. It's Football Friday. She has had me in a few where showing off your fit for the day.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative care. You could tap into your body's own regenerative power using natural healing factors that help you restore and repair damaged tissue, reduce inflammation, and relieve pain at the source. It's November, and you've got Veterans Day coming up. So any of our heroes who have served our country get $500 off your treatment. If you're a non-veteran, they'll donate $500 to Wounded Warriors here in the month of November. 479-999-1234. 999-1234 for QC Kinetics.
It's called Outfit of the Day, OOTD, right?
Yes.
When's the last time you've done one of those?
Oh, it's been a few months, but they're out there.
Maybe you hop back in to say, hey, let's do one Let's do one tomorrow before the big Michigan State Arkansas tomorrow night. We'll talk more about Darius Acup, Malik Thomas, and kind of what we got into the first hour. I wanted to bring this up. So, and I don't want to take credit for poaching someone's idea. I was talking to our buddy Thomas Cole at Walker Brothers about this. You know, Kane Womack is from Fayetteville, the Alabama defensive coordinator. Graduated FHS.
Seems like every coach has a connection to Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we were talking to Alex Golish, whose wife's from Greenwood. Got Rhett Lashley, who obviously is from here. You've got a few other connections here and there. And the reason I brought this up is because a couple weeks ago, you had mentioned the idea of maybe going after a defensive identity head coach, right? So when you look at the SEC right now, it is split in identity-wise with coaches having success. And I'm gonna kind of splice them out a little bit. So offensive guys, Lane Kiffin, best season he's ever had in Oxford. Incredible. They're going to the playoff. Kalen DeBoer.
Okay.
Offensive guy. Drink. Offensive guy. Good defense, though. And some of these guys have good defenses, but they're known for the offense and then Sark, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're not where they want to be Texas-wise, but they still only lost 2 games. And we would do disgusting things to be in their position. Let's flip it, right?
Okay.
Smart, defensive guy, Georgia. Clark Lee, defensive guy. I know Pavi has been, but he's a defensive guy, defensive coordinator. Venables.
Yes, absolutely.
Good offense. And then Elko. So it's kind of split. It's
there's more than one way to skin the cat.
And there's no right way to do it. But with these different...
We tried to do it mainly the other way.
Correct.
The offensive way.
Correct.
I'd be interested in hiring someone. And you could say Bielema he was a defensive guy, played there, coached linebackers, and was coordinator. But so you could kind of say that with Bielema.
Yeah.
But mainly Arkansas over the last 30 years has hired offensive-minded head coaches.
And more of the names that are being tossed out there right now are young offensive whiz kids, right? Accurate. And I just think that's a name that's kind of interesting when it comes to not just his connection to Fayetteville, being that he's on one of the best teams in football right now. And you've seen coordinators like the ones I just listed with Elko, Venables, Lee, and Smart have success. Again, like you said, there's more than one way to skin a cat. But this identity, because safe to say, you get 3 or 4 years, if you're not having success, whoever the AD is, whether it's Hunter or someone else, they're gonna fire you, and you're gonna have to move into another transition into 2030. What does Arkansas's identity look like these next 4 years before this next TV deal?
Yeah.
Do you try and win defensively? Do you try and win offensively? Obviously, you want to be able to do it both. But what that looks like moving forward, I think is fascinating.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, offense, defense, I just want a winner. Someone that knows how to build culture, can get players, can excite boosters. I mean, there's not just one answer. So, I mean, it's not paramount. I mean, just Tommy Kraft would prefer to see defense put maybe first, because I think that's how you win ball games. I think there's the opportunity to hire a great coordinator either side of the ball. But if you told me we're going to have a head coach that doesn't mind spending money on great defensive tackles inside that can plug the A gap, and we're going to have nasty linebackers and a safety that can dominate the middle of the field, and then we're going to have an offensive coordinator that's a great play caller and innovative. I mean, sure. I mean, I want my cake and eat it too, but I would love to have defense kind of be the first talking point.
David asking, what's easier to coach up, 3 or 4 star talent on offense or defense? I'm going to be honest, I don't know the answer to that. What do you think that answer is? Is it easier to coach up a 3-star guy on defense or offense?
I would say defense. Defense is hard to play.
Defense, there's the ball. Go get the guy with the ball.
Well, Clay wrote a column that was good, and the one I actually texted him this morning, he had a really, really good column.
I bet that made his day.
He not started. He loved it.
He loved
it.
Right,
he loved it on the text message.
I'm sure he's going around and showing all his buddies. Look what Ty did.
I'm just saying. But he talked with Tony Boo about effort and how the defense wasn't showing a lot. And I'm paraphrasing what he actually wrote, but so I would
sure
agree.
He appreciates that too.
Yeah, taking things out of context.
Yeah.
Matt texting in. Womack was an offensive guy who taught himself defense. Never understood why his name isn't being mentioned enough in that comparison.
I think we're all looking for someone with head coaching experience, someone that's been in the big chair before. It's a risk when you hire a coordinator with no head coaching experience.
He has it South Alabama, not Alabama, South Alabama. So he did almost the opposite of Kurt Cignetti.
Yeah.
He went from a lesser head coaching job and then took a coordinator role. Cignetti went from a position coach role and then took a
head coaching job at a
D2 and stuff like that.
He bet on himself and he won.
Chris and Poto, great players make great coaches here in the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Is he just a great defensive coach, or does he just have great players? You'd have to.
Well, do farmers make fields, or do fields make farmers?
Clay was surprised he could read. That's why he liked the message this morning. Matt points out that Dave Womack, not Dave, Kane Womack was successful at South Alabama, talking about his record. I don't remember what it was overall. He had above 500. That's just a name. I bring that up because that's a name that hasn't been mentioned.
We're all just throwing mud against the wall, seeing what sticks, throwing names out there that have a connection that, might make sense. Yeah. I still think there's probably a 50-50 chance whoever ends up being the head coach is maybe a name to this point hadn't even been mentioned yet.
Yeah.
I wonder about PJ Fleck still. I mean, we've mentioned that, but that hadn't had a lot of traction. There's a guy
that's what Nate was asking about. If he can bring in the Lindsey with him, he'd get a good NIL money, wouldn't he? That's another name that's been tossed out. The
Lindseys have been very generous and very successful, but Lindsey and Associates is not in the same financial position that a Fortune 500 company like a Tyson or a JB Hunt or a Walmart would be.
Yeah.
But they have been very generous with the university.
On the money subject, we were talking about John Tyson. He won't be the only booster that I would guess contributes to trying to right the ship with this football. I want to go back to something, and I don't have the clip with me, that Craig James said at the Touchdown Club. Remember he was talking about, we are going to, and it's the amenity that we keep talking about with our football program, we are going to increase our football amenity to help attract and boost the academic standing that is the University of Arkansas. Arkansas had 34,000, I think, undergrad and graduates, first time ever that it's busted that. If you try to park on campus, it's impossible, whether it's on game days or not. Ole Miss had their record enrollment with over 28,000. And it's the same thing with it's Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Football program's really good.
It's made the school a ton of money.
Oh my gosh.
What's a credit hour now? I don't even know. Is it $200 now? I don't know. But you just think about the money it's made the university in tuition.
Well, and then this was pointed out to me on a Hog Sports message board, because I don't want to poach and not give credit for it. But what about the idea, I wish I would have gone to a school with a good football program, right? What about the idea of just jacking up the student fees?
Well, Arkansas's never had a athletic fee, and I think it's inevitable. It's coming.
34,000 times, pick a number.
$100.
Okay. Was that 3.4 million? Is that math right?
There you go.
That's what do you think most students on campus would pay in addition? I know
they're
some
not paying
cases,
it anyway.
Yeah, in a lot of
Mom
cases,
and Dad, what's another $100?
And for some that paid for school like you did.
Now, if you did
others,
it per semester, spring and fall, at 6.8.
6 point. But isn't that? I saw that and I was like, that makes too much sense to me. I don't know a single student, unless they're just a dork and a nerd, that wouldn't enjoy having a better football program, and that would also increase the amount of students outside of the just Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, and others that would look at Arkansas. You would attract more, just attract more intelligent kids, because they would view Fayetteville as not just a place that is awesome to live and be about, but hey, they've got a good football program. What's the rationale for not doing that?
What's the rationale for building all the bike trails and the greenway and all the what's the rationale? Why do you build that? Why'd you build that in Northwest Arkansas? Why are you trying to connect the bike trails from Bentonville all the way down, and then they're trying to connect the trails even why they do all that?
To attract people to live. To compete against California and some of the other. Yeah.
So people, when they consider a job at a Fortune 500 company in Northwest, want to live here because it's an amenity they want. I believe a winning athletic department having something you can latch on to that has success is an amenity, just like the bike trails are, or just like Beaver Lake is, or Table Rock, or Washita. Those are amenities that create interest. How many people do you know in Mountain Home have moved here from somewhere in the upper Midwest because of the Twin Lakes? You got Norfolk and Bull Shoals. You got great fishing on two rivers. Those are amenities that bring people to our state to either travel and visit or to move here and start paying taxes and be a part of our state. They're attractive. I think a winning football program, a winning basketball program, is in the same conversation.
Yeah, we talked about the increased traffic when Musk was taking the team back-to-back Elite Eights and the amount of people just looked at Arkansas. I don't know what it accounted for in terms of students actually going.
When the football team wins, people shop more, they eat more chicken, they go to Walmart more, they buy more trucks, and they do all. I mean, you just feel better. Our self-esteem is lifted. It lifts the self-esteem of our entire state when the football team is good.
Root points out here in the Loose Automotive Group hotline that there was a student athletic fee. There was when I went to school, too. I think it was a $60 or $95 option. I'm going to guess that's gone up. But, and again, I don't want to place it at the foot of all
It may be
this.
fee. And listen, I didn't go there. I went to Arkansas Tech. But they've been pretty clear that I don't think any of the student fees, and I can be corrected on this, but I don't think the athletic department's getting any fees from student tuition or fees that are coming over to the athletic side. I think it's almost just the opposite. The athletic department has a bill back to the university that's 7 figures, and they owe on that. That's deferred right now. So I don't think those fees, that we're talking about are going into anything like NIL or even just the operations of the athletic department.
Jacob thinks that's the worst idea that he's ever heard about the students. And that,
well, I mean, we've got to put everything on the table. You've got to become creative if you want to be competitive. And the reality is other schools you're competing against are doing these things.
David said there's too many people here already. He wants people to stop moving here to Arkansas.
Well,
what are we at, 3.2? 3.2 million?
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
And what's it estimated? By 2050, there's going to be, is it 750,000 in NWA?
By what year?
By 2050? I think that's the number I saw.
They're building the bridge across the Arkansas River at Barling now. I mean, they've started on it. Once I-49 connects, I think the corridor along I-49 from, say, Greenwood to Bella Vista, and particularly the southern, I think you're going to see a population explosion. I think that you're going to see a lot of it south of the tunnel once that roadway's built.
Ben saying charge out of state tuition. More because I don't know if it's still the 90% that gets that and everything else. But
I think that's biting the hand that feeds you when you do that.
You think so? But on that note, I also thought it was interesting, and Trey Biddy was talking about this. Did you know Alabama is one of the top 3 universities that attracts merit scholars? Alabama. Tuscaloosa, you ever been there? It is a bleep hole.
Yeah, I've been there.
And there's nothing outside of a football program that I would point to and say, man, that's a prestigious academic university, right? But it's solely because of that. And back to Tyson and whatever booster and whatnot, and just the board of trustees as they're making this decision, I just wonder how many things they're going to account for when it comes to all these different things.
And listen, Mr. Tyson's been very generous. We wouldn't be having the basketball conversations we're having without him. But this isn't all of his. I mean, everybody keeps bringing his name up, and I think because we're grateful of what he's done to this point. But we can't ask him to solve all the problems by himself. Now, if I had the money and was able, and if I was in a position those guys are in, that'd be something I'd take pride in being a part of. But it's going to take either a coalition of well-heeled, and I'm not talking, the guy that's, done well for himself and it's worth $5 or $10 million. You got to have those people to buy tickets, do things. You need people that have an extra comma. Those are the difference makers. We all know someone that's done well for themselves in life, and they live a pretty good lifestyle. But we're talking people that measure it with extra zeros and extra commas. Those are the people that can turn this thing around, because it's gonna take an endowment of a couple $100 million. It's going to take some ability to generate an extra $20 to $30 million a year. I estimate if you had a $200 million endowment, you could generate 7 or 8%, 6, 7, 8% on that, and come up with a pretty decent start on your NIL. You know, if you could ever get the Walton family,
that's why I always thought
if you could ever get them to really be interested in helping with this, they could give you the dividend off 7 or 8 million shares a year. They never miss it. But it's their money. They're not obligated.
That's why I always thought Doug McMillan, who's their CEO, would be the most important.
But it's not his money either.
No, but what I'm saying to that is just him. They obviously trust him to run their day-to-day business, right? And with that, he's a Razorback graduate, Razorback fan. Just to have that in their ear, I would think that would be.
And they've been
helpful.
more supportive as a corporation in recent years. Logo on the field, logo on the court. They have done things that they haven't done in the past. So, we'll see where it goes. If you haven't downloaded the Oaklawn Sports app, it's Arkansas's best sports betting app. Sign up now, and new customers get up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Here's how it works. Each of the first 10 days, if your first bet of the day you just didn't quite do the research on, they'll give you a free bet, a bonus bet of up to $100 a day for the first 10 days. Parlays have a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays, and funding and withdrawing from your account has never been easier. Every form of payment you can imagine is accepted with the Oaklawn Sports app. Bet with the brand you trust anywhere in Arkansas. Bet with Oaklawn Sports.
William is in Lafayette this morning.
Good morning. How y'all today?
Morning, buddy.
Yes, sir. I think y'all are having a great conversation going in regards to the big picture. I think Chuck and Bo beat y'all on interviews. Things that are way more interesting. Share and spread the love out of what y'all show. But I agree with what Tommy's saying, right? We get I-49 complete. We get, I think Tommy, you said it the other day, get Southwest Airlines flying in and out of there.
Yeah.
All right. Those things would be huge.
Well, and along that line, 612, the connector on 612, William, from I-49 out to the airport, they're working right now. If you go to XNA, you can see where the road's going to end. They're at the entrance to XNA, where you can get off I-49 and basically take a direct 4-lane path to the airport. That'll help attract things like, say, Southwest Airlines.
Exactly, right? So infrastructure, growth that's taking place and infrastructure is trying to catch up. But you said 700,000. I think it's going to exceed that. And I think that's going to be on it. Now, when we're talking about, a coalition in regards to what we do have up there, Fortune 500 companies, I'm always curious, what do they do in regards to going out and recruiting and sourcing their high-level skilled labor, right? And I think an attractive football program, baseball, basketball, things that you can do at, off of work for entertainment with your family. And I think that goes a long way. If I was in that position, I don't know if I'd want my name associated with a certain kind of product that's been on the field. They're going to get behind it, elevate it, get a product on it. But I think specifically what the point that resonated with me, Tommy, you made it. We're competing against other schools that have their feet that go directly towards helping the athletic department, not taking away from it and putting it towards somewhere else. And if we're going to be asked to compete in a conference against schools that do that, then they have a competitive advantage that we don't. And we need the leadership to have the foresight and the vision to understand they will make their money on the backside. Let's sacrifice a little bit on the front, put it in the athletic department, and let them make their money back, i.e. in charge of semester hours. Great conversation, guys. I kind of took a shot at Titus playing about the interview he lost, but just brilliant conversation. Y'all have a great weekend. Hogs are going to win tomorrow, not because of our freshmen, but because of our returnees. We're going to win that game. Y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you, William.
Do wonder if Carter's going to be back. Yeah, for those that missed it, I did my darndest to try and get Bill Raftery on this morning and was unsuccessful. I apologize to everyone because I would have loved it. Yeah,
you didn't have the onions.
Jerome. Oh man, would have been great to hear him this morning. Now we just got to play highlights.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Hey, you feeling stressed and ready for a break? Burton Pools and Spas can assist you in unwinding during Burton Pools and Spas De-Stress for Less event. Discover the world's best-selling hot tubs designed to melt away your tension, help you book more interviews, make you feel better about your aging 30-year-old body, Ty. They can do that. They can ease tired muscles, calm your mind. Ty, they can save you right now up to $7,000 on a new spa. You've got the new home. Man, you need a spa out there. And right now, Burton Pools and Spas proudly offers Tylo saunas. You got a sauna at the house?
No.
No, well, here you go. Saunas, traditional and infrared models that bring warmth and wellness of a spa to make your home a spa retreat as well. Treat yourself to pure relaxation with a hot tub or sauna from Burton Pools and Spas. Water for a better life. They're in Fort Smith. They're also in Springdale. They're in Greenland and in Hot Springs and online at burtonpools.com.
All right, SEC update when we come back. Some games in college football this weekend. One SEC-ranked matchup and also a key basketball game or two that we'll get into. Stay with us. Football Friday on The Morning Rush.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. How do you know what actually works? With a 4.9-star rating from over 1.7 million client reviews, you're in good hands with BetterHelp. Talk with real qualified therapists, not AI. Wellness shouldn't be overwhelming, and therapists can help figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a screen detox. Visit BetterHelp, HELP.com/score for 10% off your first month. This is an ad by BetterHelp. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, screen detoxes. How do you know what
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Eat Lux your way with the $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the $5 box, as classic as ever. The $7 box has your favorite indulgences and more. And the $9 box introduces you to your newest obsession, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. It's Lux. For less. Try the $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes, only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Does your Razorback closet need an upgrade? The University of Arkansas Game Day Collection is what you're looking for, only at Roback.com. They've custom designed the best hoodies, polos, and Q-zips for your school. Go check out this and more at Roback.com, and don't forget to use our link for 20% off. Use code RUSH25 at checkout on Roback.com for 20% off your first order. That's RHOBACK.com. 20% off all hoodies, joggers, and more with Rush 25. Roback, where action meets comfort.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
You don't always win your first bet. That's why MyBookie has you covered. Use our code HOGS, H-O-G-S, and your first bet up to $500 is fully covered. If your pick doesn't hit, you get it right back with our Bet Back bonus. Go to mybookie.ag and use the code HOGS to claim your Bet Back bonus. MyBookie's where bettors win together, because bragging's good, but cashing in is better. and your first bet is fully covered. Use our code HOG.
Must opt in during the bet to use the bet back bonus.
Dad, the driver looks dirty. You yucky, Daddy.
Hey, don't worry, boys. That's what we do best. At My Dreams Mo Wash, we make homes, businesses, and even big industrial spaces shine like new.
So you can clean houses and big buildings?
That's right. Residential, commercial, or industrial. No job's too big or too small. Call My Dreams Mo Wash today at 479-763-5561 or visit mjmowash.com.
My Junior's Mobile Wash. One call cleans it all.
David Bowie got more fame with his #1 hit titled Fame. John Lennon co-wrote and sounded some of the high notes. The last line in the first verse sums it up. Fame puts you there where things are hollow. John 12:43 tells us that many people rejected Jesus because they loved the fame of people more than the praise of God. Is it any wonder you get more fame by rejecting the name of Jesus? I'm Pastor E from Woodland. Think about it.
DixieDigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, your partner in business success.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally tried to hold the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
We had plenty of opportunity to win that game, and we just didn't get it done.
Arkansas will not play this weekend. You got LSU and Baton Rouge next weekend. They will take on the Alabama Crimson Tide on the road. Interim coach heading into Bryant-Denny Stadium tomorrow, similar to Auburn going to Nashville. Tommy, who's more likely to win? Is it LSU or is it Auburn between the two interim coaches?
Ooh.
LSU, if you look at their wins in this rivalry since Saban got there, I know he's not there now, they win the games in Tuscaloosa. They don't win them in Baton Rouge. The game's always hyped, but they don't win those games.
I would just say Auburn's more likely to win because I think Auburn's kind of like, they're not a horrible football team. They're offensively, they're challenged like Arkansas is challenged defensively. And I think Vanderbilt's not as good as Bama based on head-to-head and based on just the eye test. So I'd say Auburn's the more likely to win the game just based on the fact that I think LSU's got a steeper hill to climb because I think Alabama's just more talented than Vanderbilt. Yeah. So that's how I'd break that down. Alabama's a better team. We saw that on the field, and I think LSU's not void of talent. They weren't playing well for Brian Kelly.
What team is Arkansas most likely to beat down the stretch? LSU, Texas, or Missouri? Missouri's got that backup. LSU got an interim. Texas.
I'd like to say Missouri because I think they're the number 3 of those 3 teams. They're really good, talented. But we can't find a way to beat those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we just can't beat them. So I mean,
we match up okay with Missouri, like athlete for athlete. For whatever reason, we just can't beat them.
Do it.
Yeah.
They can't do it. They want it more. I just think they've wanted it more year after year than we have.
They got A&M this weekend. Any chance they could pull off the upset? A&M's a 7-point favorite on the road.
A&M, I believe, will slip on the banana peel at some point, but I don't think we'll be talking about the Aggies and being a national champion. So, it wouldn't surprise me, but A&M is supremely more talented.
You don't trust Mike Elko to be that first A&M
I think
coach?
their defense is really good. Now, I think A&M can – I think A&M wins this game. I think A&M can play for an SEC championship. I think A&M will be in the playoff. But I don't think we'll be talking about A&M winning the national title.
A&M and Alabama is what I think
it'd be a good matchup.
I think it would too. Marcel Reed, Ty Simpson, back and forth. Wouldn't mind seeing that. Georgia at Mississippi State. Any chance Bulldogs pull off an upset?
Yeah. Starkville's a tough place to play. Cold showers, as we've heard about. Georgia's let people hang close that shouldn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That confidence they get, I know beating Arkansas should make you feel like you've conquered the world, but winning's a great elixir. So, yeah, I think there's a chance. I don't think it'll happen, But I think Georgia will let them hang around when they shouldn't.
Notable SEC basketball games this weekend. Valpo is in Lexington tonight. Come on,
let's go
old
Valpo.
Bryce Drew team. Alabama's taking on St. John's and MSG tomorrow. Oklahoma's going up to Spokane, Washington to take on the Gonzaga Bulldogs. And, of course, Arkansas takes on Michigan State. So the Razorbacks are one of 2 top 25 matchups in the SEC that day with Alabama and St. John's. That's 2 big-time matchups. And I think that one is I want to say that one might be on a Fox network, too. It might be on FS1 if I remember.
Yeah, everybody else filled up with football. So I'm just glad we're all going to get to watch this game. That there's not some kind of streaming. And a game with this magnitude of coaching and cachet, you're going to have a prime spot. I'm glad it's at 6 o'clock at night, so you can kind of go about your day, watch football, get everything done, and then get you a pizza or whatever and settle in and watch this baby.
Yep. Cal earlier this week on if Carter's going to play or not.
Probably have to wait. He's got one more day off. We have a day off tomorrow. But if you can't practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then you can't play. What, you're going to be able to go 70% in that game? Can't do it. If you're not healthy enough to go, then you shouldn't go. We'll play with who we have.
Razorbacks are going to be slight underdogs in this game, but I don't want this to come across the wrong way. I think we know what Carter Knox is going to be for this team, and I want him back as soon as possible. But I almost wouldn't mind seeing, how do these guys respond without him tomorrow night?
First of all, if you win, it doesn't make your year. If you lose, it doesn't end your year. So,
Correct,
there's not the urgency that we sometimes put on a football game and a November basketball game. So, to your point, correct, you can find out, is your bench maybe a spot deeper or 2 than you thought? And do you think this will be the only injury situation over the course of the next 4 months? 5 months? Of course not. So, finding out, how to reconfigure, how to restack things and make it work, I think is probably a challenge that this coaching staff, doesn't mind taking head on.
Keeping the basketball game going, did you see the Florida kid, the 7'9" Florida kid yet who checked in?
Oh, Oliver Rue.
Yeah, who checked in first time.
Just taking the shirt off, and he's getting set to not only enter this game, but break the record officially for tallest basketball player. This is as loud as it's been all night.
I don't remember who Florida played, but Olivia.
How tall was Yao Ming? When I think
he's 7'6".
Because he was taller than Manute Bol, right? Who was the tallest kid of my childhood in the NBA.
Him and Muggsy together.
Will we ever, with growth hormones and what they put in our food, all that, will we ever see an 8-footer? Will we live to see an 8-footer in basketball? 7'9"? I've never heard of that before.
3 inches and he's there.
Yeah.
Maybe he grows. Maybe it's not.
Is he a real 7'9", you think? Is this a phone book 7'9"?
I don't know.
He's standing on the phone book.
You watch this kid in practice go up against Hangladen and Howe and the Condon kid. He is dwarfing over them. It is. I think it's accurate. Now, to your point, when you get media guides and stuff, they tend to
combines
inflate.
don't lie.
Yeah, they tend to inflate a little bit, but that's what he's listed at. Arkansas will play them all the way.
7'9".
I wish Florida.
Where do you find clothes that even the big and tall corner at Dillard's doesn't have stuff for 7'9" guys? I was at a game last night at John Brown University. I had a kid that's 7'4".
Wow.
And he had these pants on before the game that, now I know the kids like to wear them high these days, but you could tell they just didn't fit him right. 7'4".
Jeez
But
Louise.
he was 7'9". Golly.
By the way, Cody Mountain Home says Manute Bol was taller than Yao Ming.
Okay.
I would have guessed the opposite. I would have guessed Yao was taller than him. But that was the.
Remember when you were a kid, you wanted a Manute Bowl life size, those posters you'd hang up in your room, and it barely fit in your 8-foot room. 8-foot ceiling in your room. So I was mesmerized by that as a kid. You always wanted to watch Manute Bowl play. You'd never seen anybody in your life
Washington
7 foot tall, and he was 7 foot whatever.
Washington Bullets, right? That was when they were the Bullets back then.
But if he turned sideways, you lost him. He was skinny as a rail.
He shot threes, didn't he?
He just he was the first super tall guy I remember in the NBA. So, all right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by Valley Urgent Dental. Why wait till Monday? If you have an emergency when it comes to your dental care this weekend, whether it's a painful infection that starts or a broken tooth or a sports injury. Why wait till Monday till your regular dentist is open? Live with that pain throughout the weekend when Valley Urgent Dental is here to take care of you and get you through this. 479-235-5655. They'll get you fixed up this weekend and then send you back to your regular dentist. They're not trying to replace your dentist, but if you don't have a dentist, they're there for you as well. 479-235-5655. Valley Urgent Dental, available on the weekends when your regular dentist is closed. A lot of dentists are closed on Fridays. What if you have something happen today? Valley Urgent Dental, 479-235-5655, or see him at 5501 Upper Lane behind Golden Corral in Fort Smith. Don't wait. Your smile deserves immediate care with Valley Urgent Dental.
We were talking about different head coaching potentials for Arkansas a little bit earlier. Alex Golesh is a name. USF, they went pretty handily last night over Jeff Traylor and UTSA. That's popular because his wife's from here. Hasn't been a head coach in the SEC, but has coached under Josh Heupel at Tennessee. This is one of the things that was talked about this week concerning Alex Golesh from J.D. Pickell of On 3.
But here's another way to look at it. If you were Arkansas today, and I said you can hire Josh Heupel, you take it in a heartbeat, right? Okay, awesome. That offense, that overall cultural approach, the way he's built Tennessee, you can't hire Josh Heupel, but if you want the next best available guy, to me, I think that's Alex Golesh, who was the OC and tight ends coach for Tennessee on that 2022 run. Now, I wasn't calling plays, obviously, but I think that deserves to be mentioned because, one, every coach is a piece of who they were working for.
When we talk about SEC experience, does that necessarily mean be head coach or just the fact that you've coached, recruited, and been on the field against the other competition in this league? When we say that, how important that detail is.
Well, I think you know the answer to that. I mean, the closer you've been to the seat, the closer you've been to the heat of the fire, the more experienced you are. Is there value in coaching in this league as an assistant or a coordinator or even playing in this league? I think, yeah, you understand it, but I don't think Bielema truly understood what it took on the defensive line till he was in this league a year or two, and he had 3 Big Ten titles. And the commitment up front, not just to the starting lineup, but as he figured out the depth of the defensive line. You had to have 2 to 3 waves of those guys. They're hard to find. So, I mean, even the most experienced of head coaches that haven't been in this league, didn't play in this league, haven't coached in this league, find out things that they weren't prepared for.
What's your gut tell you on them getting this hire or failing? Right. And maybe it changes daily, weekly. I mean, do you have a good indication, a bad indication? Do you have a gut if they're going to have, if this is going to be a successful hire, if we're going to be 2 or 3 years in and they're going to make a new head coach?
Tell me why anyone would have a lot of faith that they're going to knock it out of the park.
And that's the route I was going to go because.
But again, we're not going to know. Even if they announce a coach today, we're not going to know for 24 months in all likelihood whether this was a good hire, a successful hire, 50-50, or you may know you have a better chance of knowing right away this was a home run hire, but you won't know for 24 months whether this was a complete failure. And it took basically 22 months to figure it out. I think maybe 21, 22 months to figure it out with Chad Morris. You can say, well, I figured it out sooner, but you're stuck for a couple of years with whatever you go with at a minimum.
Do you think Dabo Swinney is more of the mix now, not just for Arkansas, but anyone else?
I compare him to John Calipari. He's at a place where he's had success, won national titles, done it for a long time. He's been there since 2007, I believe, at Clemson. And I think the two parties have maybe grown a little tired of each other. He's probably exhausted with the fan narrative, doesn't feel valued or appreciated anymore, and would look at another opportunity. Does that sound like Calipari?
Yes.
That's exactly what happened to Kentucky with him. 16 years or whatever he had at Kentucky. I think there's a lot of comparables, a lot of parallels between Dabo and Cal. And if you told me the two parties just walked away from each other, you don't owe me anything, I don't owe you anything, I'm going to go do this, you go find you a coach, I think it would probably please both sides.
So you think about the two lightning rods that you could potentially have on campus, and that's if everything, again, went your way, which I don't necessarily think it would. But I almost think that LSU thinks Dabo is beneath them, even with 2 national championships and 3 appearances and several college football players. I think that fan base would almost look at that as because of him and Cal, the comparison you made is accurate. And I also think Cal, while these two freshmen we've been talking about are a dynamic, for a while he kept just trying to do it with freshmen. Now he's utilizing the portal. Guys are returning else. And now he's in Fayetteville, and you're hoping you continue to see that. The question on Dabo, if he left Clemson and went somewhere else, would he finally utilize the transfer portal or still be stuck in the mud and continue to do it as the way? Because I don't want Dabo Swinney near this football program if he tries to build it from the ground.
If
you
I'm
can't
hiring
build
him-
it from the ground here with what we have recruiting. Sorry, Christian.
If
Go ahead.
I'm hiring Dabo, I'm making sure that he is willing to change his philosophy when it comes to just not utilizing the portal as much.
And I hope you would too, but you know how that conversation would go if a booster or an AD tried to tell either Cal or Dabo, hey, you need to do it this way.
It's a lot easier to dig your heels in when you have a $60-something million buyout he's got. I mean, it's a lot easier to be stubborn and dig your heels in with that kind of golden parachute or safety net. And it almost, I mean, it's obvious you've got to utilize the portal in a bigger way than he is. It's almost like he's just being stubborn about this because he doesn't want to be forced to do it by administration or a squealing fan base. All right, fire me, pay me all that money. You know, I mean, I think that's kind of my outside read, and I don't know why. But I mean, your point is right. You shouldn't hire him, whether it's Florida, Auburn, Arkansas, or anybody else, unless you have a philosophy you can agree on with the portal.
And
because you can't recruit your way out of this issue here or anywhere with high school with getting 25 high school signees a year.
Even in Baton Rouge, you couldn't do it.
No.
Why?
We're talking about a team tie in Arkansas next year that I believe may have 50 new names on the roster.
Between
you got 29 seniors.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have players leave. You're going to have players asked to leave. I mean, you need to wipe out most of that defense.
Yeah.
You're going to be approaching 50 players next year, I believe. May not be quite there, but upper 40s, you can get there. That beard's starting to grow in there a little bit. Almost see it.
It's coming along. It's coming along.
It's No Shave November. Ty's doing his part here in November with the Arkansas Prostate Cancer Foundation, helping men fight prostate cancer right here at home. Grow it, post it. Have you posted it yet? Have you taken pictures?
No,
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either with that one.
Embarrass
when you do, take hashtag No Shave APCF and join the challenge. Have you done this? Have you joined the challenge at arprostatecancer.org where you can help raise money for prostate cancer awareness? So that's that is on right now in November. But I think there's a good likelihood Dabo parts ways in a amicable agreement, financial agreement with Clemson.
I would start
sooner rather than later.
I know Arkansas Edge is discontinued. I would start investing money tomorrow if they hired him. Like my own money, where do I need to send it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would trust that, like Cal, who is Dabo's a Hall of Famer. I know he's a little earlier in his tenure, Cal, but I would think that a new place could potentially rejuvenate him. And it might not be. It could be Baton Rouge, Gainesville, Auburn, Alabama, but man, it'd be nice if it was in Fayetteville.
On Facebook here, looking at my phone, and there are so many great pictures from Gaston's White River Resort. Catch and Release is working real well, and whether it's Matt Kelly or whether it's Sean White or any of their great guys, there are so many pictures from the last few days up of quality browns, quality rainbows. Even a nice brookie on here that was caught and released there on the White River. So if you've heard about new regulations, don't let anyone fool you and say you can't fish right now. That's not true. You can go have all the fun you want, catching all you want. We're just going to release them all for a little while. There's a 120-day change. We're almost 30 days into it now at this point, trying to and it came from a problem at the hatchery where they can't restock the number of rainbows for a short amount of time that the way have in the past. And to keep the river healthy, it's just catch and release for a while. But that won't last forever. But you can still go. All the fun's in the catching. 90+% of the people release the fish anyway. So don't think you can't go and have fun and do all the things you love at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. They got available cabins and lodges. It's a great time of the year to go. A little chill in the morning. You layer up and then peel that off for the afternoon. 870-431-5202. Join me at Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
You're in the middle of Football Friday on the Morning Rush, presented by QC Kinetics. Get real lasting relief from chronic joint pain.
Hardee's, every Tuesday is now Tender Bender Tuesday. Right now, download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards. Buy 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, get 3 free. It's Tender Bender BOGO every Tuesday now through June 2026. This Tuesday, get 3 tenders, free. Next Tuesday, get them free. The Tuesday after that, you guessed it, free. Buy 3 tenders, get 3 free. Another great benefit for My Rewards members, only at Hardee's. Registration and app required. Available for limited time at participating restaurants. See app for terms.
How could I possibly be expected to handle work on a day like this? Take a day off and check out the certified pre-owned rides at Wrath Auto Resources. Just bring in your old car and upgrade to the road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle of your choice and get state sales tax paid. So choice. I highly recommend picking one up. Life moves pretty fast, so stop and look around at Wrath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, wrathautofortsmith.com. You're still here? The ad's over.
Hey, it's Zach from the Ruskin and Zach Show. We will be live at Blue Ember Smokehouse Monday, November 17th at 8000 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. Order one of their whole turkeys, juicy turkey breasts, or flavorful pit carving hams, all slow smoked the Blue Ember way. And don't forget your favorite sides, mac and cheese, green beans, baked beans, potato salad, and more. Spend more time with the family and less time in the kitchen. Place your holiday order today by stopping in-store or calling your nearest Blue Ember Smokehouse. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Get smoked.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at precisiondoornwa.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
If the 25th is the silver anniversary and the 50th is gold, what's the 75th? Well, that's the fresh beef, onions, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, fries, and drink anniversary. Everybody knows that. Get the #1 water meal for $7.50 in honor of our 75th anniversary. A meal like that is the way you're supposed to celebrate a 75th. The Whataburger 75th meal deal. Whataburger, what a deal. For a limited time at participating locations.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Double order! Wait a minute. Nice play, Ote. Ote all the way. That's what they're good at. Very disruptive. Goes over 14 turnovers a game. This kid is a double-double machine. To the basket. Nice help again. Away. We saw that opening with the block. It started early and it continues all ball game. Pursuit. Look at that play. Unbelievable. Incredible. Success and accomplishment. Nitty gritty. Williams and Dopa. Empty side. Nice little roll. Delivery. Big time finish.
All right, final segment here on the football. I guess it's kind of a fast break Friday, Tommy, too, since we have the game this weekend.
Yeah, and hopefully we're talking about a big win on Monday, but I'm just excited to see how these guys compete and whether or not this, this team takes a step forward defensively. And I think this is going to be a fun game to watch and measure. It's been a Football Fast Break Friday brought to you by QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative power to heal your body and your joints. What you need to do is call them now at 999-1234, 479-999-1234. It's November. That means Veterans Day. They'll donate $500 to Wounded Warriors to give you a $500 discount if you're a veteran at QC Kinetics in Northwest Arkansas.
Speaking of veterans, there's a Veterans Day parade tomorrow on Dixon Street if you're in the market for that. Halftime, Phil Elson, Matt Jones coming up next.
Man, from heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Hog fans, this is Robert.
And this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth, and we want to introduce the newest member to the Man family, Raleigh.
Hello, 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 and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Raleigh, you're not really new to the family or the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, I've been around a few years, and I can say it's awesome to be a part of the only family, alumni, and locally owned Razorback store in Arkansas.
You mean the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
And thank goodness we are the largest because we've been receiving so much new stuff lately, like the new Nike jerseys and sideline apparel, as well as your favorite brands like Champion, Tommy Bahama, and